Thanks for tuning in today. We have Chris here. He is subscriber number 115. He stumbled across my channel because he was dealing with the same BS several people are dealing with terrible company as Casa Miners. I mean, it absolutely ridiculous. So why don't you start by kind of introducing yourself and tell me just kind of a rundown of everything that you've had to deal with and everything so far.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Ryan. So my name is Chris. I've been mining for about 2 years now. And, just like a bunch of other people, once the KA3 got introduced and Bitmain let us know that they were going to bring that miner out, I jumped on it. I jumped on it right away. Unfortunately, I got it through Casa Miners. And so, it was a headache to say the least with them. Really bad customer service, extremely bad returns with the emails. You send an email today and you probably won't hear back from them for a while. But anyway, so I've been doing a lot of home mining. I'm a small time miner. I came across Casa Miners and I had a lot of trouble with them. And that's how I came across your YouTube channel, because I started doing a lot of research online and your videos came up and I thought that they were very helpful.
Yeah. So talking about how ridiculous that their contact with the customer is, it's not like you sent them a couple $100.
Right.
These are big ticket items, and you send that type of money. Like you said earlier, we had spoke before the interview that crypto doesn't have such a good name right now, and it's things like this, and then the crooked stuff that happened with the FTX gives crypto a bad name, and that's not really the case. It's just other people abusing it. But I mean, other people abuse the U.S. dollar just the same.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of blockchain is it's decentralized away from the government and the centralized banks who wants to control everything. When I release these videos, I started this channel, and all the other YouTubers out there, very small channel, but I'm building this channel, and I'm glad you're a subscriber now. And I just want to give people the truth. This is my experience. I'm not saying you'll have the same experience, but everything's not stacking up good against Casa Miners. I've had a lot of comments on my Casa Miner review videos. Several comments of people saying they're going through the same stuff. It takes weeks for them to respond. Going through the same thing. Me too. And the thing that makes me more frustrating is I feel like we were being lied to. What was your reasoning for all the delay? I know that Bitmain delayed it from December 31st to January 31st. I understand that. Bitmain, sometimes these miners do get delayed from the manufacturer, but it's May. What was their excuse to you for why it was taking so long? Was it defects and they didn't want to hurt the consumer? That's what I got.
Yeah, they actually didn't give me an excuse. When I reached out to them, I asked about, the miners. I said, hey, what's going on? When should I expect them? They actually just went straight to offering me a refund.
Really?
So, yeah, that's the first email I got back in March. And they didn't give me no explanation, nothing. It was just a straight up, we're sorry for the delays. They said something along the lines where, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to send them, but we will send you a full refund.
And then they never got it. So I know some people who did comment on my channel who did get a refund. And did you buy in the month of October? Or was
yeah. So
do you mind saying how much that you paid in October for it?
Yeah, it came out to a total of a little bit more than 14,000 because I got two of them.
Oh, because you got two of them. Okay, so you got a pretty good deal on two of them then. So 14 a piece or 14 for both?
No, 14 for both.
14 for both. So that was a good deal. Yeah. So they were definitely wanting to refund you. See, here's the thing that gets me. I actually had a bunch of GPUs, and the K3 was going to come out, so I wanted to get it, right? So I seen the price tag on it. At the time, it was about $7,000, but by the time I got all my GPUs out the door and sold on eBay, it was sold out everywhere. Another batch was released. It went from $7,000 to $10,000. Some other people commented on my channel that said that they got a refund back and they had ordered before me and they paid less than me. And they paid $7,000 a month prior when they pre-ordered. So the thing it tells me, it's they got some shady thing going on. It's kind of like they robbed from Peter to give to Paul kind of type deal. These machines are like $5,000 from Bitmain, and I paid $10,000 for one machine. You paid $14,000 for two. So, of course, they would not, I swear I tried asking refund after refund. They would not give it to me. It's crazy that they would give you right off the bat, say, hey, you're going to get a refund. They never mentioned it to me. And that's because I paid way more for mine. You know what I'm saying?
So, well, here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker. They offered me a refund in the beginning, but then they followed it up by offering me 2 L7s. So after, I think it took about 2 weeks for them to respond to me back after they did the initial email of offering me a refund. They then offered me 2 L7s, and I actually considered it. But then I changed the offer from 2 L7s. I actually agreed to those 2 L7s. I said, hey, you know what? When I saw that the L7 was coming down in value pretty fast, I said, I'll take a D9 and an L7. And they actually agreed to that as well. They said, okay, that's fine. We can do that. But then, they took a long time. I sent them, I think, probably like 3 emails after. I said, hey, when are you guys going to ship them out? Is this something that can be fulfilled, now? They didn't get back to me. I sent another email, what's going on with my order. They didn't get back to me. So they gave me a lot of time to rethink this. And I said, you know what? Never mind. I just want a full refund. Once I sent that email, then that's when all communication just stopped.
Really?
Yeah, I to this day I still have not received a response from that. So it was the response from them was really poor, really poor.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And a thing, I mentioned in my Casa Miner review videos that I'm supporting Coin Mining Central and BT Miners, and the 2 reasons why. This is my first time buying an Asic miner. So before Casa Miners had another K3 back in stock. It was like on a Friday, and all of a sudden, Coin Mining Central showed that it had a K3 in stock. So I jumped on it. It was like $8,000 or something. I jumped on it, paid immediately. Monday rolls around, and they emailed me saying that there was a glitch on their site, and they actually don't have them in stock. And they refunded me within a few days. So you know what? With that, plus I've heard from other YouTubers. I've got this one YouTuber, Cryptomining Insider. He's been commenting on my channel a little bit. He's got about 20K subscribers. And he says he's always had good experience with Coin Mining Central. My experience was great, even though I didn't actually get a miner, but things happen. They had a glitch on their site. They sent me a refund. No big deal. The thing I like about BT Miners is they're a USA site. They have like a live chat. Like, I didn't even know that Bitmain delayed it till January 31st because, of course, you don't get no response back or anything from Casa Miners. But so I just got on the chat with BT Miners, and I was like, acted like I had an order. I was like, hey, what's up with the K3s, And they were like, oh, and they sent me a link to somewhere on their page, and it was, saying that they had a delay from Bitmain, January 31st. And the crazy thing is, Casa Miners tries to say that it's defects and we don't want to harm the consumer and whatnot. And the crazy thing is, you can check right here on MinerStat, and you can see the KDA network difficulty like go up dramatically, start to climb mid-February, which would make total sense, to the fact that 2 weeks after the release date, people are getting their miners. And another thing that really just runs me the wrong way is about 2 weeks after the release date from Bitmain, I also had somebody comment on my channel saying, I just got my 2 KA3s from Coin Mining Central today. And to be honest, I can't say for sure, but we're testing them. Think about it. It's like robbing Peter to pay Paul. They take my 10 grand and they can buy 2 K3s from Bitmain with that, and they can just mine. I mean, some of these people, I had a guy, like I said, he ordered a month before me, and he got a refund back like a month ago. So, he basically gave him an interest-free loan for 7 months. It's insanity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the frustrating part. When you buy these miners and, we have no idea what they're doing with it. But, we suspect that they're probably just holding them, mining with them, or who knows what the heck they're doing with their money. That's the frustrating part.
Oh, yeah.
And I've gotten a few miners. I've gotten a few ASIC miners. I've heard a lot. I've actually got one from BT Miners. They're really good.
Okay,
they're really quick with their response. They're really good. Coin Mining Central, I haven't gotten any from them yet, but I've heard really good things about them as well. Print Crypto is also, they're really good. They're also USA. Yeah, you send out an email to them and they'll respond within a few hours, if that. I believe the CEO of Print Crypto is Steven. I've actually chatted with him. Really nice guy. He actually called me because I had a technical problem. So they're really good. AK Miners, they're really good as well. They have a what do you call it? A Telegram, where you can just directly chat with them. How you mentioned the one that does that. There's a lot out there that are really good, but Casa Miners, man, whoever is running their response, their customer service team, honestly, they should get fired.
Yeah,
they should get.
not only that, I just the whole shadiness of the whole company. I want people to be aware of this. This is truly happening. Okay, so if you don't know what Trustpilot is a website. You can put your business on there. Business itself has to put themselves on there, and people can go on there and leave reviews. So of course, when people are scrolling through the Casa Miner website and they're about to spend $10,000, $14,000 on mining equipment, you want to make sure that you're not getting scammed. And you scroll down and you see that, oh, they're on Trustpilot. You jump over to Trustpilot and then you look at people's reviews. So then you're like, okay, they're safe. They're safe to buy from. They got Trustpilot. But if you look here, here's the stamp on their site. It's no longer there. The Trustpilot stamp is no longer there on their site. Here is the old picture of it. And now here's their site now. Not to mention they are officially partnered with the VossCoin YouTube channel, which we'll get to some of that here in just a minute. But what's up with that? Well, the thing is, if you jump over here to Google and just type Casa Miner review, and you scroll down here to Trustpilot, click on it. Wow, why does their company say Mining Watchdog? Because you can't delete your account on Trustpilot once you've made it. Because, obviously then every company would be deleting it if they had terrible reviews. So they changed their name to kind of try to disguise it. Because when people click on it and they see that Mining Watchdog symbol, they go away thinking they're not on the right link. But the URL will not change on it. It still says Casa Miners. And they changed the address. They changed everything. Here, there's 2 terrible reviews with the same experience as me and you very recently on here. They eventually got a refund. One of them did, and the other one got a miner. I also put a review on here, and it was flagged by them. But check it. Right here, it says it's flagged by Casa Miners. And now, check here. It says that it is now flagged by Mining Watchdog. So I have picture and video proof of before and after the name change here on Trustpilot. And now the Trustpilot stamp is gone on their site. Do we want to trust this site anymore? With our experience, plus that, they're obviously trying to hide something, in my opinion.
And yeah, that's just shady, and that definitely doesn't help them out at all, especially in this day and age with crypto. You and me, we know that crypto itself is in its pure form it's something really good. It's really good technology, but there's all these bad actors in the mix that are just not helping at all. And this kind of stuff coming from Casa Miners it's not helping them, and it definitely, that paired with all these bad experiences from actual buyers like yourself and myself,
yes,
that's just adding on to the negative side of, it could be like scammy. It could just be really, really bad customer service. But, it leaves a really bad taste in someone spend thousands and thousands of their hard-earned money into these miners, and to get treated like this, it's really bad business. Whoever, like I said, if they're trying to be a legit company, which they very could well be, but they have a lot of work to do.
Oh, absolutely.
They need to change a lot of things in their company. Like I said, whoever is, I don't know how big their operation is, but they need to hire someone that's going to be dedicated just to responding, because I would assume that they're probably getting tons and tons of emails and people asking questions left and right, and they're just not getting back to these customers. And that to a lot of people, when you leave them in the dark, when they spend thousands of dollars on your product,
yes,
that's just not good business.
No,
not at all.
Absolutely not. And I'll never be doing business with them ever again. Just the fact that it got to the point where I woke up one morning and they had an email to me saying they were going to sue me for defamation over my YouTube videos. I have the emails right here. There it is. And
yeah,
and I knew they were full of crap. I talked to some lawyers, and I had them trying to intimidate me, basically, to the point they were saying, we got lawyers in your state that you reside in, and you're going to get a subpoena or whatever. So I didn't back down with them. When that didn't work, they tried to soothe me. Check it out here. Here's some more emails. They tried to soothe me by saying, we could turn this into a collaboration. Could help grow your channel, and you could advertise products and stuff for us and stuff like that. And then I feel like after that, still just whatever, making excuses just to continue their delay. Not to mention, I had so many emails. I have like 5 emails here that say it'll be shipping out Wednesday, it'll be shipping out this day, it'll be shipping out this. And then they lied like 5 different times, and then they go to the point where I feel like deceiving me by trying to send me an L7. Like you said, you were going to consider doing that, and I almost considered myself before I looked into. Here in a couple months, Litecoin is about to have a halving, and now I know Dogecoin is the bread and butter of the script algorithm, but that is going to affect the profitability. We don't know.
Yeah.
There's talks of Jazz Miner about to release a big dog of a script miner, and that combined with the halving that's going to happen in a few months, profitability is going to go down dramatically for that machine, so that price is going to go way down their site. So of course they're going to try to ship those out. So I feel like they try to deceive me with the L7. And I was considering it because I was just at my wits' ends at this point. I mean, ordered in October of 2022. I started researching and I discovered that about the halving and the Jazz Miner about to come out. So I said, no way. You know what? It looks nice now because it's more profitable now. But what about in 2 months? I fully, as you probably know, you've probably done your research with Kadena and the whole, they're all about proof of work and the multi-chain. I really feel like it's going to be. I hope, we both hope, right? Obviously, because we bought these machines, that's why we invest in the projects we want to back. And I really feel like Kadena is going to be the one thing where they can have scalability and security because they can keep that proof of work census and still get that scalability with the multi-chain. But yeah, so, just the whole experience with them and the fact that it's crazy that the reason I picked Casa Miners because it was one of the 4 links that Rabid Mining YouTube channel and Vosscoin post on their channels all the time, and it's like, do these guys really know what this shady company is doing? If I, being a YouTuber, and I see a company that has taken their Trustpilot stamp off their site and then changed their name on Trustpilot, like I say, everyone out there, go to Google, go to the search bar, type Casa Miners Trustpilot, click on the first link. Don't let Mining Watchdog throw you off because it is reviews about Casa Miners. It is not Mining Watchdog. They're trying to throw that off because they can't delete that. And then, everything, it's just shady, man. It's just shady. But I'm glad you got your stuff on the way. And I really hope if they've tested them since they've had defects, even though they didn't tell you that excuse, they told me that excuse. And, they're making sure they're up to par. So I expect they better be fully operational when they get here. And not to mention, I'm supposed to be getting a KD Lite. They offered me a KD Lite. They're going to send absolutely free for my delay, which we'll see if I get that. So
yeah, at this point, that'll be good, but I don't have high hopes on that because on the order, on the tracking order that they sent me with the email, I didn't see any extra miner, any free miner. I just saw the 2 K3s and that was it.
Right, me too. My 1 K3. Did they tell you they was going to give you a KD Lite as well? Then
they didn't tell me exactly which miner. They just said they were going to send a free miner.
Okay.
But they didn't indicate which miner they're going to send me. And, going a little bit back to what you said earlier, I think it's pretty funny that they try to scare you with the lawsuits and all that stuff. And then they try to buy you out and say, hey, let's partner up. Let's do this. Let's do that. That's pretty, that's just shadiness all around.
Yeah.
And, they wouldn't even have to do that. They wouldn't even have to threaten you if they were doing good business.
Yeah.
Because then if it's good business, then no one would be complaining and no one would be posting videos about, showing how they actually run their business. So, again, if someone's watching from Casa Miners, just like anyone else, if that's doing bad business, I would say, hey, man, if you're getting all these negative reviews, that means something is wrong in your company or whoever's running it. So you need to sit down with whoever your partners are, your business partners, or if it's a one-man show, I have no idea. And you really need to think about your business model and how to take care of the customers. Because right now, you guys are not taking care of customers.
No.
And this is the response right here. Me and all the other miners that are buying from Casa Miners, having all these, it basically gets you upset, really upset. And this is the response, us talking about it, right?
Yeah.
So they really need to sit down and rethink their business model because it's not working at all.
No, and they're struggling for sure. I'd say at this point. I mean, they've got to be. I mean, I cannot imagine their inbox right now because there's a lot of people that are having this same experience. I feel, and that's why I want to put these videos out there because I mean, you were researching your hard-earned money and not just $200 or something. I'd sweep that under the rug, but
Yeah.
This is a big investment, and they want to, and they part of their defamation is saying that, in their terms and conditions it says that they're not liable for loss of profits because of delays or something like that. And I said, it's not the fact of loss of profits, it's the fact that you guys lied to me multiple times. I have multiple emails of you guys saying that your miner's going to ship out next week, your miner's going to ship out Wednesday, your miner's going to ship out at the end of the month. And it's just, yeah, and it's just over and over and over again. And I asked for a refund, asked for a refund, asked for a refund. That's because I paid so much for mine versus other people. Of course, the people they're going to refund first is people like you, because you got a much better deal than I did. Just it's crazy the fluctuation of the prices of the miners, like from one month to another month. And I've learned over the past couple years mining, just like I'm sure you have yourself, that the time to buy a miner is now. Back in October.
Yeah.
Time is now. If that coin goes back up to $20 a coin, we're looking at that K3 itself could be worth triple the amount that I paid for it. Even that's what I'm hoping for, and I'm just gonna keep pushing away mining the Cadena coin for sure. But
yeah, I hear you, man. A lot of people are estimating that the next bull run is gonna be in 2025. Right, because there's always like a 4-year cycle of when it goes down and goes up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're right. If it's 2025, right now is the time to build your mining farms, stack up those coins, and none of this is financial advice, of course,
Yes.
but that's what a lot of people are doing, and at least a lot of people in this space. So yeah, it's a good idea to buy those miners now because everything's down.
Mm-hmm.
So these machines, the cost has gone down greatly as well. So it's a good time to buy.
I'm probably gonna, once those L7 prices go down, I might jump on one and just let it sit. If it's not profitable, shut off in the corner. Because if it's not profitable, it's gonna be a cheap price. But the next bull cycle, you fire that baby back up. That's what we do. We learn, we grow. I've learned a lot over the past couple of years. I've made mistakes, and ordering from Casa Miners is one of them. And we learn from that. And I bought some GPUs at a bad time, but I've also bought GPUs at a good time, and kind of realize that more and more I get into the space. But yeah, man, I'm really glad you came on here. I'm glad you reached out to me and to the channel. I'm glad you're a subscriber. I just want people to be aware. I don't want, if this happens to somebody, at least they can get on Google and they can find a video and have people like us talking, so they can be like, okay, I'll get my miner a refund at some point. Like I said, we've got families, we got kids, and you make investments like this, and then you think you got scammed from a site that you believe is trusted because they got Trustpilot on here. Now they're officially partnered by the VoxCoin YouTube channel. You have big crypto mining YouTubers out there that are posting these links to these people's sites, so you would think that they would seem pretty legit. I guess they are legit, but very, very shady, like everything we've talked about. Very poor way to run a company. We'll just be repeating ourselves at this point, but
I want to say, there's a lot of when you're a first time buyer, like I was a while back, and you're looking at sending thousands of dollars across the world, you don't know where the heck it's going to. It's going to like this weird bank where it's going through like this avenue that you've never done before, which is crypto. And so when you're a first time buyer, you get the jitters, right?
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're about to click that send button, you get the jitters. You're like, oh man, am I going to see this money? Is this going to be like an actual transaction that's going to get processed? So that's pretty scary.
Yes.
And I completely understand that because I went through that before. I'm a few miners in now, so it's not that scary anymore,
Right.
but you still got to watch cameras, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, Casa Miners might not be a scam, but the way they run their business does not help to authenticate their business and how they do
it's
things.
definitely shady practice if they're the whole Trustpilot and all that stuff. So maybe they'll clean their act up. I don't know, maybe they'll call and try to sue me for defamation. They have no clue who you are, really. So you're good. You're just out on the West Coast somewhere.
And have you looked into solar stuff by any chance?
Any solar? No.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would like to. Do you got some solar projects going on there?
You know what? I looked into it for a while. I was really considering it because over here on the West Coast, our rates are really bad.
Yeah, what is your rate?
So mine is averaging about 25. So these guys are killing me out
man.
here.
I'm getting 10 cents per kilowatt out here. on the East Coast.
That is really good.
Yes.
I get scared to open up the electrical bill.
I'm sure when you have miners there, I'm sure. But that's the way it goes. Sometimes you got to turn off. Sometimes you got to turn them on. So sounds like you're doing the right thing. You're definitely gearing up for the next bull run. You got your Cadena miners on the way. We hope. Which we got our tracking numbers. So we shall see.
Yeah.
I assume they'll be coming in perfect working order. I mean, there's no way they could still be around if it was a total scam and we get a paperweight or something, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
but yeah, man, I want to thank you for getting on here, talking with me. Like I said, now people can be more aware. That way, if they're freaking out about their Casa Miner order, they might stumble across this video and feel a little safer. So I want to thank you for coming on. Everybody out there watching, make sure you don't forget to please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to give me a like, all that good stuff. Love you guys. We'll see you guys later. Kryptonite Miner out.